I have noticed so many guys out there who try all the wrong tricks and they do all the wrong things that stop them from getting a girlfriend, especially a long-term girlfriend. I am going to explain some of the common reasons all guys are guilty of. Then I will break down each zodiac sign and explain what they are guilty of specifically. Just a disclaimer, I am going to be brutally honest, so if you are easily offended, maybe skip this video. If you want to know the truth that everyone is too scared to tell you, then stick around. I can already foresee the dumpster fire that is coming out of this comment section. You do not make a girl feel safe. A woman needs to feel like she is safe and cared for by a man. If her man is ever going to make her feel unsafe, uncared for, or scared of him or insecure, she will not see a future with him. You aren't showing her that she is all you want and that you think she is the most beautiful. A girl wants to know that the guy she is with only wants her above all other women. In this day and age, women are expected to accept it when their guys oogle other women or gawk at models. Through those actions, you are showing her that you do not think that she is the most beautiful girl in the world. And trust me, a woman needs to feel that her man thinks this. If she feels you think other girls are sexy, she won't stick around for long and will likely find a guy who thinks she is the most amazing and beautiful woman on this earth, because that is what every single woman deserves. You aren't trying hard enough. Women need to feel special, and if a woman can see that a man doesn't think she is special enough to keep trying to be with her, she will find someone who will. If you really want to be with her, don't give up on her and keep trying, and she will see this. Unrealistic expectations. A lot of men see the woman on Instagram, TV, the internet, porn sites, etc., and they think that is what women are like. They can't be any more wrong. Women on social media, porn sites, etc. are selling an image. They likely spend all their time on their appearance. Most of your women nowadays aren't porn stars in bed. They don't have Instagram model bodies, and they have real flaws that make them human. Your average girl cannot match up to the beauty standards of a model. Most men look at the illusion that they are sold, and they believe this to be real. Thus, they never end up being able to fall for a real girl, and they are continually chasing an illusion. Next. With dating apps like Tinder nowadays, there are so many options available for men out there. They do not spend time getting to know a girl, and if she does not spark an interest initially, he moves on to the next option. Through this, he will likely never settle with one girl because there is always something better out there. You still live with your parents. If you're older than 23 and still living with your parents, this could be the main reason why a girl does not take you seriously. Women see men like this as mommy's boys who cannot do anything for themselves. A woman wants a provider and not a baby to look after and clean up after. There is nothing more attractive to a woman than a man who can take matters into his own hands and be responsible. This shows her that he can look after her. If you ever want a real relationship, consider finding your own place. Hygiene. Girls do not want to kiss a guy and taste the dinner he ate last night. They do not want to cuddle up to sweaty armpits. They also do not want to be cleaning up after you constantly. They are not your mother. If you have poor hygiene, chances are this is chasing the girls away from you. If you smell bad, it drops your chances of getting a girlfriend severely. You sexualize and objectify women. When a woman can see that a man just considers a woman to be a piece of meat that he can sink his teeth into, she will likely not even consider pursuing a relationship with him. You game too much. There is nothing wrong with some gaming in moderation. However, some guys are obsessed and they spend hours, even their entire weekends and days playing games. So your girl will have to sit and watch you play games instead of you spending time with her. Instant red flag. You create a sense of separation. When your girl tells her your insecurities, do you help her feel better and talk it through? Or do you tell her that it is her fault, she is being unreasonable or insecure? If a girl feels a man does not understand how she feels and what she is going through, she will not feel safe and secure in the relationship. You drink too much. There is nothing more off-putting than a man who relies on liquid courage. This is an instant red flag to a woman, and it shows that you cannot be happy, secure, and comfortable in your own skin. It also shows to a woman that you have some really serious underlying problems. You don't have money or a job. Some girls don't mind this. However, if you are considering having a serious long-term relationship, not having any money or a job shows a woman that you have no ambitions, passions, and you are possibly lazy. You're too desperate. Girls can see when you're trying your luck on anything that is a female, and there is nothing more off-putting than a guy who is so desperate for love or a hookup that he will hook up with anyone. Aries. You're too pushy. Aries men know what they want when they want it, and they go for it. However, they also don't know how to take no for an answer. Don't keep pushing a girl if you can see she's not interested, and maybe make her chase you a bit as opposed to you continually chasing after her. You're too adventurous. We get it. You are a daredevil. Try and not push your dates to go skiing down mountains or shark cage diving. Try something a little more relaxing, or you might not get any dates at all. Taurus, you are too self-conscious. You don't want to be seen as a fool by anyone, so you're always highly strung on looking good in front of and impressing others. You can sometimes struggle to be yourself, and this is off-putting to a woman. You are overly persistent. Taurus men aren't as pushy as Aries men, but they are very persistent. If you can see a girl is not interested, don't keep trying. It comes across as a bit creepy. Gemini, you seem ingenuine and you seem to lie a lot. Gemini men can say one thing the one moment to one person and then something else to someone else the next. They are constantly contradicting themselves, and this is a red flag to a woman. Try and think before you speak, as women do pay attention to what you say. You are too changeable. The one day you want this, the next day you want that. It is challenging for a woman to keep up with your constant change in mind. You can also seem overly flirty and interested in other women, even though you might not do this intentionally. Try and lessen your interest in other people and focus on your girl. Cancer, you are overly emotional. There is nothing wrong with being an emotional man. I actually encourage men to tap into their emotions more. Cancer men, on the other hand, have almost no control over their emotions, and they can make their sadness and despair they are continually feeling and experiencing their partner's problem. If a girl constantly feels like she is your therapist, chances are that she will not stick around for long. You're too attached to mommy. Cancer men live with their parents longer than any other zodiac sign men because they're very attached to their mothers. Cancer men can seem like mummy's boys, and this can be mildly off-putting to potential partners. Cancer guys put their mothers before their girlfriends. This is very sweet, don't get me wrong, but only to an extent. Leo, you are very egotistical. You can tend to be very self-absorbed and have a my way or the highway approach. You think you are the gift to all women. This approach can be very annoying to women, and they likely will hook up with you and move on as they cannot stand a man who displays narcissism and vanity. You demand too much attention. When you are with a girl, you want her to give all her attention to you, or you get angry. It is very challenging for a girl to give all her attention to you, and it can come across as needy, so tone it down a notch. Virgo, your standards are too high. Virgo men want a perfect woman from tip to toe. They easily get put off by things in women, even if they can't help it. Virgo men get annoyed if a girl's nails aren't cut right, if they don't chew right, if they wear specific clothing or a shade of eyeshadow, etc. You Virgo men need to stop judging people for the things that make them who they are. If you're going to identify all the flaws in every girl you meet and let them stop you from seeing her, you will be alone forever. You're full of shit. Virgo men have the most pedantic habits. They can tend to be grumpy and full of beans about all kinds of things in life. Libra, you show too much interest and affection towards other women. As the sign of partnerships and love, it makes sense that you want to love every woman out there. However, you showing all this interest in other women while you are in a relationship, even if it is harmless, it will cause your goal to probably be gone soon. Don't be a player. Women can see straight through this. You care too much about what other people think of you. When dating Libra men, women generally feel like they're actually dating everyone else in their Libra man's life. Libra men put pressure on their girl to make their friends happy. Try and separate your friends from your relationship, as if you are going to be bringing your friends along with each date and get them involved with everything you do in your relationship. Chances are that your girl will not stick around. Scorpio, too much sex. You want to have sex all the time, sometimes 3 times a day, every day, and this is exhausting. Very few women can keep up with this. Try and find a more realistic amount of sex to be had if you want a relationship to work. Too deep. We get it. You are this deep, complex, mysterious creature. You do not have to be so overly strange and secretive. It makes a lot of girls scared and it gives off a bit of a serial killer vibe. Sagittarius. You need freedom too much. As a sign of freedom, it is very important that you have freedom in a relationship, and you get annoyed and distant when someone restricts your freedom. If you want too much freedom in a relationship, however, you might end up not being in a relationship at all. You're overly flirty. You men have a very friendly and generous approach, and you can come across as flirty when talking to other women. Try and tone it down, or your relationship might not last, and you'll make your woman jealous. Capricorn. You work too hard and care too much about money and status. You can tend to be obsessed with climbing the career ladder and being seen in high regard and high social standing by others. This can come across as materialistic, ingenuine, and narcissistic to a woman. Try and find a balance between your work and personal life, as if you are continually going to be cancelling dates to work late, it will not work out. You care more about your appearance as opposed to your emotional state. Capricorn men can spend hours and hours on their appearance, but not a second on developing their soul or personal development. Girls like men who grow and are strong emotionally. Aquarius. You care too much about everyone else. Aquarius is the sign of friendships, and you Aquarius guys make some of the best friends. You guys likely have so many friends that you're always hanging out with them. If you want to be in a relationship, you need to learn to separate the time you make for your girlfriend and for your friends. As if she has to be hanging around your friends all the time and not getting any quality time, it can annoy her. You can be a bit too different and eccentric. Uniqueness is amazing, but maybe tone down on your weirdness the first couple of dates. If you are going to show all your weird and wonderful traits on the first date, chances that you will get a second one is very, very slim. Pisces. You come across as ingenuine and secretive. It can seem to a girl that you're trying to bullshit her a lot and that you aren't giving her the full truth. When a woman can pick up a man isn't being completely open and honest, it is a red flag. You lack values, opinions, and direction. Pisces men tend to go with the flow, and they adapt their opinions and values according to who they're interacting with. This can seem a little bit wishy-washy, as a woman wants to know a man stands firmly in what he believes in. Okay guys, so these are my reasons why I think that you guys cannot get girlfriends. Please do not believe anything I said unless it resonates with you, as these are only my opinions and my observations. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more astrology content, then subscribe to my channel. And if you have anything to add to what I've just said, then please let me know in the comments. See you next time.